couple of people know this. I promised you that I would speak to you because you were the first person, to reach out to me when everything was going haywire. So, and I appreciate it.
No, definitely. And I appreciate you reaching back, believe me. And it was a lot going on around that time too. It was just a lot going on. So
Yeah. Yeah, the case was really in full speed back then.
exactly.
Thank
Exactly.
God for justice for Dre.
Just hey, amen. Justice for Dre. So, Miss Philly Phil, how are you this evening?
I am doing just fine. Thank you. How are you?
I am good. I am good. Believe it or not, I was in YouTube jail for like a week.
Oh, really?
I was. I couldn't upload, couldn't post, nothing for 7 days.
Wow. Dang. Well, did you tell people Well, I guess I missed that. I'm glad you're out of jail.
Yeah. Me too. I kept it on the low because sometimes if you get a strike on your channel, then people try to people just get weird. So I said I'm gonna just stay quiet, pop back up on them. So we back. We're back.
Well, good. So when did you get out of jail?
Today.
And you're talking to me? Well, okay. Well, all right then.
Yes, ma'am. Today at about, I mean, they had it to the minute, like 4 p.m. or 3 p.m., something like that.
Golly.
Yeah. They don't play. They don't play.
I've never been in jail. Let me knock on wood. I'm old school. Let me knock on wood.
I know that's right. So first off, tell the people a little bit about your YouTube channel and what you do.
Okay, so my main channel, Eat with Philly Phil Talk Show and More, it is now it started off as a cooking channel, and I still and exercising, and I still exercise every now and then on there. But now it's more of, I call it solving cold cases, and the people's channel, where I'm helping family members will call me, if they've lost a loved one and the case just isn't going anywhere. And they want to see if I can just let them come on and speak and see if there's anything that we as a people can do, because there's always power in voices.
Yes, I totally agree. And I wanted to ask you too, or if you can say, are you from St. Louis?
No, I'm not from St. Louis. I'm actually
Oh.
from Beaumont, Texas.
Oh, okay. When I say you covered that case with Tim Norman and Dre and the whole sweetie pie thing, you covered it like you was a native.
Right. We can definitely talk about the case and Tim Norman and Dre. I did cover it, and me and the mother, Miss Michelle Griggs, we have a close relationship. We speak all
Okay.
the time, and she's been very supportive and always giving me encouraging words and to just keep fighting.
Yes, absolutely. Keep fighting the good fight. Now that the case is over, do you plan on tackling more cases on your channel, or are you just gonna stick with the food, doing like the cooking and stuff, or what do you think?
Actually, well, yes, I'm definitely going to keep working on cases because I have a separate channel for cooking. I'm actually working on a case now, Justice for Carlita. I don't know if you've heard about it, Carlita Foley.
What
Young
happened?
lady, a young lady lost her life. She was in her bedroom, sleeping, and her neighbor allegedly was playing with his gun, cleaning his gun, and went through the wall and
Oof.
took her life. She's a young actress. Her last movie was Gumbo. I don't mean to plug anything, but
No,
and
you're fine.
her mother reached out to me during the peak of the Tim Norman trial, and she was so distraught because the prosecutors there in Duluth, Georgia, Gwinnett County, not calling her back or anything. And when the bullet went through the wall, the first thing you should do, I would think, is call 911 or the police. Well, he did nothing. He just went on to work and then went to a wedding or something afterwards and did nothing.
Oh, okay. So he shot through a wall and just figured, oh well, it is what it is.
Yes. I mean, who does that? So that's what we're working on now. One of the cases that I'm really focused on because I really want him. He has been arrested and arraigned, but no trial date. It's just like they're doing nothing at all.
The courts down here in Georgia are very, very slow. What's the race of the guy that shot through the wall? Is he white?
Yes, he's Caucasian. Yes, he's white. And
Mm,
she's African American young look. And her son Storm found her. He was 17 at the time. He found her in the bed deceased.
wow. Whew. I definitely got to tune in to hear about this one for sure because they didn't even cover that on the local news here in Atlanta.
No, I know it's like it was just hush hush. Nothing was said. They gave him a $30,000 bond, and it disappeared. And like a year later, when she contacted me, almost a year later, we started calling, and they finally brought him in and arraigned him. And now they won't set a court date.
That's a shame that they don't want to do their job, and we got to stay on them to do it. But
Yep.
hey, I would say channels like yours is a good example of when social media is used in a positive way.
Oh,
Definitely,
thank you. Yeah. I mean, definitely when you can keep something out there and talk about it, trust me, people are listening. It does make a difference
it does. It
when
really
people come
does.
together. Yeah.
If you remember, even with sorry about that, now my phone going off. If you remember, even with Shanquilla Robinson, a lot of people was covering that on YouTube,
Mhm.
Twitter, Facebook, and it really helped to
Yes.
get national attention.
Yes, it did. It did. A lot of people covered. I did a couple of stories on it, but yes, a lot of people. Justice for Shanquella as well.
As well. Yes, ma'am.
That's weird. There was something else.
That was a very interesting one. And it just goes to show too, everybody that you call your friend ain't your friend. She went down there thinking she had 5 friends and six, whatever, but quickly found out they all couldn't stand her and were all jealous of her. So
Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. That Tim was found guilty. He got on the stand. He lied to the court. The jurors saw through it, and they found him guilty. He was, as the judge said, a cold-blooded killing of his deceasing of his nephew. He plotted it. Had it not been for him, Dre would be alive today.
Trevor would be allowed today. Absolutely. And what got me with the whole situation was when I look back at the show, I could tell that Tim was jealous of Andre from the moment he came up from Texas.
Yeah, Tim was just, I don't know. I just don't understand how someone could do that to their family member. But family can be something else. Yeah, he would hit him, just, I don't know. He just wasn't the uncle. He didn't act like, family towards him, in my opinion. But
Wow.
Dre loved him, and his mother still says that he did love his uncle.
Wow.
But he did say if anything happened to him, it would be Tim. The family said that. He told his family that.
Wow. Well, what kind of comfort, or has anybody tried to comfort Andre's mother? Because I feel like she kind of got forgotten about in this whole situation.
Oh, she definitely has not been forgotten about. I know there's a lot of people, but as far as the people that I know from my supporters, I mean, because there's a lot of talented people out there. People have made things for her. I mean, like this one lady made her a really nice blanket with all of the pictures of Dre, just pictures of Dre. And she
Nice.
absolutely loved it. And I had another supporter send her some nice things. No one has forgotten about her. They're working on a foundation. We have people helping her with that. So there's going to be a foundation, Justice for Our Dre Foundation, coming soon.
Absolutely. That's dope. That's dope. Keeping his name alive, which is
Oh
good.
yeah, yes, definitely. Dre, yeah, he was. When you looked at him on the show, I mean, he was just a sweet person. You know how some people you can just see that they're not like just an evil person. No one's
Mhm.
perfect, but you can tell he didn't have malice in his heart.
I agree. He really genuinely just wanted to be around family and just get his life together. And I remember his mother sent him up to St. Louis, I believe, so he could finish school and, have a chance at a better life. I don't exactly remember what he was going through in Texas, but she thought that was, best at that time. And so um he came,
Right.
he graduated high school, he worked,
He was doing what he could do. All
yeah.
teenagers, everyone's been a teenager, no one's perfect, but he wasn't out there plotting a murder for hire on anybody. Let's just say that.
Let's just say that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And since you have been covering this case, I don't know if you know, but there's a whole sector on YouTube where like people really just dive into criminal cases.
Yeah, I think, is it called True Crimes, maybe?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
yeah.
like true crimes. And the way you dove into it, I was just wondering, do you have like a criminal justice degree? Like you did an excellent job at this, and I just want to make sure you get your just due for that.
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, my nephew was gunned down in the streets of Little Rock at the age of 21, but
Wow.
the person didn't get it. sometimes there's things that they say, it was self-defense or whatever, but I feel like he was gunned down. But my brother and his mother, they just left it alone. So that's one reason I didn't cover that like I did with Dre. So I just felt, and I watched the show and I just felt a connection to him. We all did. There was so many people calling me. People would call me Storm all through the night. Just like Miss Jackie had called me when she called me about her daughter, Carlita. I had finished the show. It was like I was already asleep, but something told me, and normally I don't answer the phone. I went ahead and answered the phone and it was her. So I just really, yes, I put it all into that case. Every document that came out, I had it.
You did. You had the documents, you went through it, you took calls, you did the doggone thing.
I took calls and I learned I learned some things, and it'll help me grow and know what to and what not to do in the future.
Absolutely. Any misconceptions or anything else you want to address? I think we pretty much covered everything. I don't think it was anything too crazy.
I think we've covered it all. I mean, I did this just from the heart. I didn't do it to try to just, gain clout, but when something is really popular, people will watch and your views will go up. And I did get some shout outs, like I say, from you, starting with you. And I appreciate you. I gained a lot of support once you said my name. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on. And I will be watching as you dive into the Carlita case.
Yes, please just, mention that or take a look at it. Justice for Carlita Foley. We just want him to have his day in court. He deserves his. Maxwell Williamson is the person. He deserves his day in court. We want to know, why did you leave that young lady there in her home after a bullet went through the wall? No one should do that. You should have called 911.
Absolutely. He absolutely should have, but it's that privilege. He felt like he didn't have to. So that's okay. He will have his day in court as well. Tell the people once again where they can find you, Philly Field, before we head out.
Eat with Philly Field, talk show, and more. And thank you guys so much for any support that you give me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You take care. You have a good one. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Storm.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.